Hello everyone and welcome to this club guide for the Origin Links tournament. And this is going to be a club guide with all the divisions included. The video is sponsored by Golf Clash and Playdemic, and I think it's time to just let's go. First and foremost, we are going to go through Rookie Division. And Rookie Division do have all the holes on tour number 4, 6-star hotel, and also tour number 5, the World Links. Now this club guide is coming out a little bit later than usual, but that is basically because now we get to see the wind and also going to have a little bit more spot on when it comes to the club selections for the tournament. So if you do have any questions, please make a comment section below, make a comment in the comment section below, and I'll be happy to answer you there. So we start up with hole number 1, a par 3, which will allow you to make a rough bump just by the green. The Viper, in my opinion, is going to be the best club here, depending of course how high you have the clubs upgraded, if you have the Viper or the Sniper. But generally you have Viper level 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 in Rookie, and then I think that is the club to go with. 1.5 bar backspin, then you will be golden. Hole number 2, the big dog here, and we need a distance here. We also need to have a ball with distance, so it's important to have a Titan ball combined with the big dog here. It doesn't matter if you do have the big dog in level 2, level 3 or level 4 in a low level. In the end, the distance here is very valuable, and therefore we're going to go for big dog on hole number 2, a par 5. Hole number 3, here you can see I'm choosing the big topper, and I would say, like, if you do have an extra mile level 5, level 6, you do not have to use the big topper. But the big topper is there to kind of show that if you're not having an upgraded extra mile, you might have just a quarterback or the rocket, then the big topper with the top spin will allow you to get to the green in 1. The big topper requires to have a ball with distance. That is the only thing to have in mind while going with the big topper. Otherwise, like, the extra mile will be totally fine, so that won't be a problem. So hole number 4, here I say the horizon or the big dog. First and foremost, do not use a ball that has more power than power 1, because then you will be in between clubs, and that is not something that you do want to do. Then it's going to be tough for you. So this is definitely a hole-in-one hole, and the horizon and the big dog, both of them has 2 bars topspin or more, and the thing that we do want to have is 2 bars of topspin. For an example, I do have a Viper on my little guest account that has a Viper level 5, and then we only have 1.5 bar of topspin there, and then I will be coming in short while going towards the pins. So 2 bars of topspin is necessary there for the horizon and the big dog. Hole number 5, and here we come to another par 5 where you need distance. And so a Titan ball in your bag combined with the big dog, you play yourself forward on the left side and then you curl it in from to left to right to make that eagle. Important to choose a big dog for your second shot, and also important to have the Titan, as I said from the beginning, as distance is the key on hole number 5. Hole number 6, and hole number 6 is going to be a hole where I put the quarterback there. Then I changed now to the extra mile. The reason for it is that we need to have a club with 4 bars of topspin. Otherwise it's going to be very tough for us to get this get the ball towards the green, or at least bounce it out of the rough. So as the quarterback in a low level, like up to I think level 7, level 8, doesn't have more than 30 in topspin. So then it's important to have a club that can use the topspin to bounce out of the rough. So hole number 6 is a must eagle in my opinion. It's a must eagle, and we need to have that to be able to win the tournament. Hole number 7, here we do have the quarterback and we also have the Viper. It depends on how you want to play the hole. Now we know that we're going to have tailwind on this hole, which means that it's going to play with driver is going to be a bit tougher. So the Viper is the club that is going to be played at least like 99 out of 100 times, as playing with the driver requires now a big amount of backspin, and then of course a quarterback in a low level is not something that you do want to go with. Sure, if you do want to go with some crazy rough bump or something, then the quarterback could be something, but check out the playthrough for rookie on this hole, then you will see what I'm talking about, because we went to be in between clubs while having the quarterback and also the Viper. Hole number 8, here we need backspin. We do want to give ourselves the opportunity for an eagle from kind of short distance. So we need to find a way to play ourselves as far as possible on the fairway. And then we're going to have a Titan ball, or I would say a ball with power 3, which give us the opportunity with a thorn to use max backspin on the green. If you do not have a club with max backspin, like long iron or short iron, then it would just be stupid to play that way. Then you need to play up short and have a wood club towards the pin instead. Hole number 9, we end up with hole number 9, which is going to be a par 5. And this is a par 5 which requires distance. It is possible to make an eagle on on hole number 9. It's going to though be very, very tough, and you need to make your drive in a very good way. So put out the drive that do have the most distance for you, and also the wood club that do have the most distance for you as well. A Titan ball is required, or I would say a power 3 ball is required. You can also go with a power 5 ball if you do have some of them to spare. So this was the club guide for rookie division, and I'm going to go through the pro and expert division just in a little bit. Again, if you do have any questions about the rookie division, please speak up in the comment section below. I also want to make sure to you that you can press the time link in the video description down below, and you will be able to see the then you will be able to go directly to the club guide that is suitable for the division that you are playing. So pro and expert, and now it changes kind of a lot. Like we go first and foremost from playing from the front tee in rookie, then we play from the second tee, and that changes because of course you're going to play with a different length, and also now we're going to play with a driver at some point, and also we're going to play with a different wood club most of the time. So you can see here directly that the similarity from rookie and pro and expert is it's very different. So hole number 1, par 3, now we're going to bounce it in between the bunkers. The sniper is the club to go with here due to the ball guide and accuracy. It doesn't have to say more than that, but this is definitely a possible hole-in-one hole. Hole number 2, we have the sniper or the cataclysm here. It depends on how high you have the sniper upgraded. If you do have the sniper in level 10, then I would definitely go with a sniper. I could also stretch it to going with it if I do have it in level 9, because then I do have 170 yards. Level 10, I do have it in 172 yards. If not, if I do have it in level 8, which gives me 166 yards of the sniper, then I would go with the cataclysm instead, due to the distance that we actually do need to have. But we do play this hole well with a maxed out sniper and a Titan ball or a Kingmaker ball, so therefore the sniper would be my choice to prefer. If not, the cataclysm, and of course a power 3 ball. Hole number 3, now it's time to go for the green. Unfortunately, we are not having a good wind on hole number 3, which means that we are having a little bit of headwind, and a little bit of headwind makes it very, very tough. So if you are lucky, if you get the luck of the draw to get some kind of straight side wind or very, very low amount of headwind, then I would try to go over to the green. Otherwise, play up safe on the left side and play with a short iron from that distance. So we come to hole number 4, and I didn't say that in rookie, but this is absolutely my favorite par 3 in the whole game. It's going to be a shot that we are very, very close to. We have the sniper due to the ball guideline and the accuracy, and we're going to use 2 bars of topspin, depending on, of course, on the wind. But as we know the wind, we're going to have side wind here, so 2 bars of topspin is going to be absolutely perfect for this hole. Hole number 5, sniper or the cataclysm. Again, it's the same as we talked about on hole number 2. It depends on the level you do have on the sniper. In general, we do need distance on this hole, but if you're not having the sniper in level 9 or level 10, then play with either the Cataclysm or the big dog to give yourself the distance for your second shot. Hole number 6, we do have the quarterback or the apocalypse. I would say the quarterback here, as we do have some tailwind for this hole. It gives you room with accuracy, ball guide, to really be spot on with your adjustment. Max topspin on the quarterback, which will be around 3, 4, 5 bars of topspin, depending on how high you have it leveled up. If you do have a very low upgraded quarterback, then go with the driver that you prefer to use in general. Hole number 7, here we come again with the quarterback and the sniper, and it depends on how you want to play it. As I do like to play it with rough bump, then the quarterback is the club to go with for my game. It's going to be a bit tricky, of course, to hit the rough, but in the end it's going to be the best way to make an hole-in-one. The sniper is there to, if you do not want to play with the rough bump, then you want to play before the first bunker, bounce it over using the sniper towards the pin. But in the end, I do see the quarterback to be the best choice on hole number 7. Hole number 8, the same as rookie, and we're going to have it as same as master as well. It depends here if you do have any clubs with a lot of backspin, and I would say like this: in Pro and Expert you most likely have a Thorn or a Saturn in a decent level. Then you play up like as close to the top as possible. Use a quarterback, use the rock that do have a lot of accuracy and ball guide to give you yourself a good opportunity towards the pin. You do want to have a power 3 ball. That is very, very important, because the power 3 ball will give you the distance that is necessary instead of being in between clubs if you're just going a little bit too short for your first shot. Hole number 9, snipe or the cataclysm here, depends on if you do want to go for green or not. I say that this is definitely a possible go for green hole, even though it's a tough eagle to manage. The cataclysm or the big dog should be the selection here. So I would say the sniper is going to be removed, and we're going to go with the big dog or the cataclysm instead. So, Pro and Expert guide. There we have it. There we have it. Now we only have master left. The master is going to be, of course, very interesting, especially now when we do have a lot of wind to account for. And again, if you have any questions about Pro and Expert, make a comment in the comment section below. Master. So, master, we're playing from the 30, important to have in mind. You cannot practice any of these holes from any tour, as, again, it's from the 30. No tour has the 30 applied to them. So, we start out with hole number 1. Here we do have the quarterback or the rock, and that is because the accuracy in the ball guide. You need to use a power 2 or a power 1 ball. Otherwise, you will be in between clubs, and then it's going to be a bit tougher to adjust for that. So I would choose the quarterback, but in the end, if you do have both of them maxed out, then you can go with whatever. But use a low level power ball that reduce the wind and also give you the room to bounce over the bunker. 4 bars of backspin, and then you have just headwind to account for. It shouldn't be a problem for you whatsoever. Hole number 2, we do have sniper and the cataclysm here. Again, it depends on how high you have the sniper upgraded, but most of the players do have the sniper in level 10. So I would go with the sniper here as my choice, but in the end, if you're just a little bit concerned about the distance with your drive, go with a cataclysm there to give you those 8 extra yards towards the pin. Hole number 3, here we can go for the green if we do have an apocalypse level 6 or level 7. But we do have sidewind, so it requires to have straight sidewind or a little bit of tailwind with your shot. Many players will also see they having headwind, so the wind is, again, it's a little bit luck of the draw, which one that do get good wind and which one will not. If you do have some type of headwind, do not go for that whatsoever. And I would say, like, if you go with even with straight sidewind, it's going to be risky, because if you drop your shots too much to the right or to the left, you're going to lose distance and then you're going to put yourself in the water. Hole number 4, the quarterback or the rock. Here it's important to use a power 1 ball. The reason for that is that you will otherwise be in between clubs. So that is very, very important in my opinion to choose the correct club, as you do not want to be in between clubs, as we do going to have wind that is pointing northeast. And while adjusting for the quarterback with a power 2 ball, you are many of the times going to have to adjust like 6, 7 or 8 rings, and that is going to be too much, and then you have to underpower your shot, and that is not something that you do want to do. Hole number 5, then we do have the sniper and the cataclysm again, and I would go with the sniper as I do have it maxed out. But yeah, again, hole number 5 is going to be a hole with a lot of tailwind, so you will be able to see that, and also see that if you do have a turbo ball or a snow globe ball, then that is the play to go with, to go max out with your driver and try to go for the green in 1. And I know that is not maybe common when it comes to a par 5, but it's important to have in mind. You need to have at least 16.5 miles per hour with a snow globe or a turbo ball to even try, in my opinion. Less wind than that, then it's just to say hello to the rough or to the bunker, because that is where you're going to land. But in the end, more than 16.5, then you can go for the green in 1. Doesn't mean if you have, it doesn't matter if you do have an Apocalypse 4, 5, 6 or 7, you will still going to be able to reach anyway. So hole number 6, and now I do choose the Thor's hammer or the Apocalypse. Here we need to over adjust it just a tiny little bit as we're playing downhill. I would say the Thor's hammer with the bolt guideline, if you do have it upgraded to level 6 to level 7, I would absolutely go 5 as well, would be good. Otherwise, I prefer the Apocalypse, as I've been playing with Apocalypse for a very, very long time. But in the end, doesn't matter which club you're going to play with, as you're going to be having the option to bounce in the rough to roll out towards the green, and that is something that you need to do because this is a must eagle. Hole number 7 here, the quarterback or the Thor's hammer. I'm going to go with the quarterback here, but the Thor's hammer is going to be absolutely perfect to play with as well. Bounce it before the bunker using a couple of bars backspin. Have to over adjust it just a tiny little bit, as the ball is going to be played in headwind and backspin, going to have the ball guideline compressed, and it's going to be very tough for it to get to the green if you are adjusting it too little. So hole number 8, backspin, backspin, backspin. Again, we do want to reach as far on the fairway as possible. Sure, with straight side wind, then we can hook it over, but in the end we are most likely going to have some headwind on this hole. So play yourself as close to the top as possible. Have a short iron and a long iron with a good amount of backspin, and when you play in Master, you most likely have the Thorn and the Saturn at least in close to maxed out, if not maxed out. Hole number 9, we do have the sniper or the cataclysm here, and here the only club to go with here is the cataclysm or the big dog. So I'm sorry for having the sniper, but that was before, as we thought might going to have some difficult win, and then we can't reach. So the cataclysm or the big dog here to distance here. So yeah, hole number 9 is going oh my god, sorry. The hole number 9 here, it's going to be a key hole in my opinion. It's going to be a possible eagle, but the drive is going to be very, very, very tough. And check out one of the video guides for this hole and see how we bag an eagle. So again, Master Division, the club guide for it is here. If you do have any questions, please make a comment in the comment section below. And I hope you have been having a good start of the tournament. Please make a comment in what you did get in your qualifying round, in no matter what division you have. There is going to be streams every day except for Thursday and Friday. Otherwise we're going to stream every day. So qualifying round and the weekend round will be here on the channel. So again, this video was sponsored by Golf Clash and Playdemic, and I want you here in the end wish you the best of luck in the Origin Links tournament.